Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to the channel Mathematics by Larry Panjwani. Today we are starting a topic that is statistics. In statistics, first we will talk about the data, how many types of data we have. So basically in statistics we analyze the data and we have different types of method to do this. So starting with the first concept, that is we need to understand what is data we have in this. So in data we have two types of data. First we can say quantitative data, that is known as numerical data, that is known as quantitative data. And the second type of data we have is we can say qualitative data. For example, you can say that gender, grades, blood group, these are the examples of qualitative data. So in numerical data, we will talk about two types of data in this. The first is basically a ungrouped data and the second is a group data. You can say ungrouped or scattered data, that is written like this. For example, 0 1 5 2 3 0 1. So these types of way is known as the ungrouped data, representing the ungrouped data. The second is known as basically a group data. So we have further types of group data. In group data we have two more types. The first we can say that in which we have class intervals, and the second type of data is without class interval. So if I talk about without class interval, if we give an example, so for example the data is given like this. You have a values of x and we have a frequency x, and f is frequency, representing frequency. For example, the value, if for example I'm talking about the marks getting in the maths exam. For example, 1 is 5 student got 1 marks, and 1 marks has been got it by 5 student, the frequency is, and the 10 marks get by 15 students. For example, I'm giving just a basic example to understand what is without class interval. So x is basically a marks in the math exam, and f is basically frequency, how many students got the 1 marks and how many students got the 10 marks in the math exam. This is what we have without class interval. In class interval, we have two more types that is very important, that is known as discrete class and continuous class. So first is basically discrete class. So for example, discrete class example, if I give example of discrete class, we have class width and frequency. For example, they have given you 0 to 2 is 20, and 2 to 4 is 30, and 4 to 6 is 40. This type of data where you have a class width, they have given a range 0 to 2. This is known as basically discrete class. And we have one more class that is known as continuous class. So in continuous class, you will get the range of the values. We have a class width and we have a frequency. So for example, we have 0 is lesser than equal to and 2. So this will be 4. For example, I'm giving you just an example question. So this is known as basically a continuous class. Okay. So still continuous class, we have two more type, that is equal and not equal. So we will go through that concept when we do the question. So I hope everything is clear. What is basically how we can understand the data, what we have numerical and qualitative data, ungrouped, group, class interval, discrete, continuous, without class interval. So I hope this is concept is clear to you. Now we will start the concept of mean, median, and mode and range with ungrouped data. Now we will solve mean, median, mode, and range of ungrouped data. Starting with ungrouped data. So first topic is mean. Mean is basically also known as average. So the formula of mean is, this is basically a symbol of mean. Summation of x, this is basically not e, this is this is basically a symbol of summation divided by n. Summation of x, summation means we have to add all the values of x and divide by n. N is basically a total number of values. Okay, in numerator you can write formula like this as well. If you don't remember, sum divided by n, you can write like this: sum of x or sum divided by n. N mean total values. For example, if I take one example question, for example, I have 15, 17, 9, 20, and 5. These are the values I have right now, and I need to find out the mean of this question. To find out the mean, first what I need to do, I need to add all the values. And the total number of values are 5, so I have to write 5 here. So when we do total of this, so 15 plus 17 will become 32. 32 plus 9 will give us 41. 41 plus 20 is 61. 61 plus 5 will be 66. 66 divided by 5 will give us answer. Mean will be 13.2. This is the mean of ungrouped data. I hope there is no confusion in this concept how I have done this question. So right now we are doing ungrouped data. So this is how we will find the mean of ungrouped data. We will see some question as well. First, I need to give you a general concept of how we find mean, median, and mode. Now, I hope everything is clear. Now, the next is median. Median is basically a central or a mid. Median is basically what is a central value, or we can say a middle value. These are two things we can say, that a central value of the data or a middle value is known as a median. So the formula of median is n plus 1 divided by 2 th. This is the formula of median. So for example, let's do one part. So for example, the question is, we have 9, 11, 5, 7, and 10. Okay. To solve median, the first step is to arrange them in ascending order. This is the first and the most important step. So first we need to arrange them in ascending order. Or you can arrange in descending as well. It's up to you. Normally we are doing ascending, that's what. So the ascending order will be small 5, 7, 9, 11, and 10. This is basically a ascending order. First step has been done. Now we will apply the formula. Formula is n plus 1 divided by 2. Total value is 5. So 5 plus 1 divided by 2 th. So this will give us 5 plus 1 6. 6 divided by 2 will be 3. So third th. This means that 3 is not the median. This indicates that the third term in the ascending order value will be your median. This is first term, second, and the third term is 9. So median will be 9. This will be your final answer. Now, take another, I am giving you another example. For example, 9, 11, 5, 7, 10, and I have one more number, that is 2. Now, first we have to do ascending order. So ascending order will be 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. Now the total values right now is 6. So the formula will be same. So 6 plus 1 divided by 2th will give me 7 divided by 2. So when I do 7 divided by 2, it will give me 3.5. So now how I can identify the median, because the value I get 3.5th. So remember that after dividing, if you get the term in decimal, then what we have to do in group. Remember that in ungroup, sorry, we are doing ungroup. In group we have little bit different concept, but in ungroup data, what we have to do when we got the term in the decimal. Right now I got 3.5 term. I don't have any 3.5 term in this. So how I can solve this one? You have to take third and the fourth term. So what will be the third and the fourth term in this? The third term is 7 and the fourth term is 9. So I will pick these two terms and I will add them, 7 plus 9 and divide by 2. So 7 plus 9 will be 16, 16 divided by 2 will be 8. So this will be my final answer and this is median. I am repeating again. As you see, 7 divided by 2 will give me 3.5 term. So in ascending order, I don't have any value that is 3.5 term. So if you get a decimal term in ungrouped data, what you need to do, you have to just pick two values. As I got 3.5, so you will pick 3 and 4, third and fourth position value, and you will add them and divide by 2, so you will get the median. So I hope median is clear. That's a very simple concept of median. Now, the next concept is mode. Mode is very simple. Mode is known as the most common value or most we can say frequently occurring value. Most common value in data. A most frequently occurring value is also known as the concept is thing. So for example, if I have a data like 5, 9, 7, 11, 5 and 20. So if the question is you have to find the mode of this data, so you can see that the most frequent value is 5. 5 is repeating 2 times. So mode will be 5. That's it. That's a simple. There is no formula of mode. For example, one more part. Now, in this question, you can see that two numbers are repeating most of the time. 7 is repeating 2 times and 8 is also repeating 2 times. So mode will be 7 and 8. Both will be considered as a mode. So this means that a data set can have more than one mode. So mode can be more than one. It's not compulsory. You can only get one mode, value of one. Now, the last concept is range. Then we will move towards some question that is related to past paper of ungrouped data. And we will solve just 2 to 3 questions and see how the questions come in the exam. And I will share the worksheet as well. So you have to solve that worksheet. It will be very helpful for you. So now, how to find a range? Range is very simple. Highest value of the data, or we can say highest value minus lowest value. This is how we can find the range. For example, let me see. If I consider one example, if I have the value 7, 7, 8, 9, 4, 9, 11 and 20. So the highest value, the first I have to consider the highest value. The highest value is 20 in this data and the lowest value is 4. So what I need to do, just minus them. 20 minus 4 will give me 16. That's it. This is what the range. Highest value minus lowest value will give me the range. So I hope everything is clear in this concept. Now we are moving towards some question that is related to the past paper as well, and just few questions. And after completing the concept of all the statistics concept, then we will do recent past paper question as well separately. Okay. Now, now we have some question that is related to the ungrouped data that we have done. The first question is the first question is an ordinary die is thrown 15 times. There are the numbers thrown. Find the mode. So we already know that what is mode, the most frequent value. So I hope there is no issue in mode, how to understand and how to find the value of mode. So the most frequent value is, you can see that I think 2 is repeating 1, 2, 3, 3 times. 2 is repeating 3 times. Let's see 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 is also repeating 3 times. Now 5. 1, 2, 3. 5 is also repeating 3 times. Sorry, 5 is repeating 4 times. This means that the number that is repeating frequently is 5. So we can say that the mode will be 5. That's it. That's a simple concept. I hope everything is clear in this. There is no issue. Now the next part is median. So to find out median, we have to arrange in ascending order. So first 1, then we have 2 3 times, 1, 2, 2. So we have done 1, 1. I am cancel outing the number that I already written. 3 is also 3 times, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Now 4 is only 1 time, and then 5 is 4 times. So 5 will be cancelled out, and 4 and 6 is 2 times. So this is what the ascending order we have, and we already know. So the formula is n plus 1 divided by 2. N is 15 because the question say that the order die is thrown 15 times. This means total value is 15, or you can see that the total. So 15 plus 1 divided by 2 th. This will give me 16 divided by 2 8th term. So the 8th term will be the answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be my median. So I hope everything is clear in this concept. It's a very easy question. Now we have minus 20, minus 8, and x. The mean of these three numbers is minus 5. Find the x. So what is the formula of mean? This is mean and the sum divided by n. So they have already given us a mean, that is minus 5. So I will write minus 5 here. Some mean I have to add the values minus 20, minus 8. Because the values are negative, that's why plus minus minus. So that's why I write minus 20, minus 8, and plus x divided by 3, because the total values are 3. Now I have to find the value of x. So 3 will go to the other side and multiply. So what it will become? This will become minus 15. Minus 20 and minus 8 will become minus 28 plus x. Minus 28 will come into this side and it will become positive. So the value of x will be minus 15 plus 28 will give me positive 13. So this means that the value of x is 13. I hope there is no confusion in this question. Very simple question. Okay. Now we have one more question. If the mean of 31 student is 143.6, again they have given us the mean. This is basically a mean, and this is n, the total student. Calculate the sum of the height used to calculate the mean. So we need to find the sum. Well, we know that mean is equal to sum divided by n. So they have already given mean, that is 143.6, and we need to find the sum, and n is 31. So 31 will goes to other side and multiply. So 143.6 multiplied by 31 equal to sum. So when you calculate this, so you will get the sum 4451.6. This will be my final answer. Now we will try one more question. That's a very interesting question. Now, the mean mass of 12 bag of potato is 2.4 kg. Now I'm reading this concept. The mean mass of 12 bag. So this means this is n and this is mean, because they have given us the mean. So if I write the formula, sum divided by n, mean is 2.4. We don't know the sum. I haven't read the whole question, just read the one line, and 12 bag. Now, if the 13th bag containing 2.2 kg of potato is included, this means that one more bag is included whose weight is 2.2 kg of potatoes included. What could be the new mean mass of the 13 bag? Now I need to find out the mean mass of the bag when we add one more bag which weight is 2.2 kg, then what will be the new mean? So I need to find the new mean. First, if I read the first line, I don't have the sum. I don't know what is the sum. So I will find the sum by multiplying 2.4 by 12. So 2.4 multiplied by 12 will give me, the sum will be 28.8. Basically, this is a sum of 12 bags. Okay, remember that. And right now we need to find out the mean of 13 bags. So we need to find out the mean, and we know that n will be 13. Now listen to me very carefully. The sum of 12 bag is this. So I will write here 28.8. And the bag, extra bag, that is 13th bag, is added, whose weight is 2.2. So I will write here 2.2 kg. So 2.2, 28.8 plus 2.2 divided by 13 will give us 2.38 kg. This is the mean when we add another bag whose weight is, we can say 2.2 kg. So I hope these questions are clear to you. These are the very basic, simple question, and mostly these questions come in paper 1, paper 2 both. So I hope everything is clear in group data. So next we will do the ungrouped data. So I hope group data. Oh, sorry, we have done ungrouped data, and now we will do the group data question, and we will see what is the formula and what type of question. Now we will see how to solve the question if we have a frequency table. This is basically a frequency table given and considered as a group data. This is known as a group data, where we already done the data concepts. So let me see, remind you again. You can see that in group data we have without class interval. So this is basically a frequency table we have. This is now okay. Going towards the question. Now, this is a question. We will find median as well. In this question, just a two things required, mode and mean. So we will find the median as well. So you can see that in this question, what we need to do. Keith records the number of letters he receives each day for 20 days. His results are shown in the table. So number of letters and frequency. The number of letters is 0. This means he receives 0 letters. How many frequency? 4 times. 1 letter is received how many times? 6 times. This is given like this. This frequency means how many times is repeating. 0 is repeating 4 times. This means number of letter he will read 0 is 4 times. Okay. So I hope this concept is clear. Now the first part is we have to write down the mode. What is mode? Mode is basically the most frequent value. So you can see that the highest frequency is this 6. This means that 1 is repeating 6 times. The most, if we compare the other number, that is 3214, so 6 is the highest frequency and that number is 1. So most of the student made mistake and they write the answer 6. 6 is not the answer. 6 is basically a frequency. This frequency shows that 1 is repeating 6 times. The correct answer is 1. Remember that. Don't do this mistake. Okay. Now the next is work out the mean. To find out mean, so the group formula of mean is, so I'm writing the group formula of mean is summation of fx. I told you what is summation, basically adding, divide by summation of f. So summation of this is basically known as x value, and this is your f frequency. Now in numerator you can see that we need summation of fx. Fx means I have to multiply fx, so I have to add one column here where I will write fx. Fx mean I have to add fx. 0 4 the 0, 6 1 the 6, 3 2 the 6, 2 3 the 6, 1 4 the 4, and 5 4 the 20. So in the formula, what's required? Summation of fx. Summation means sum. So I will write here the sum. 6 plus 6 plus 18, 18 plus this is 20, 18 plus 4 will be 22, 22 plus 20 will be 42. So the total value of fx is 42. So I will write here 42. Now in denominator I have to write the sum of frequency. This is frequency. So I will write summation of f. So 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 3 13, 15, 16 and 20. So divided by 20. So the final answer of mean will be 2.1. This is your final answer. For example, if there is one more part that say you have to find out the median, so how we can find the median of the group data or frequency table, the formula will remain the same, n plus 1 divided by 2. Here n is basically a frequency. You can say that summation of f plus 1, or we can write like this as well, summation of f plus 1 divided by 2 th. Okay, so the total value is 20. So 20 plus 1 divided by 2, 21. 21 divided by 2 will give us 10.5. Now the very interesting concept here. In ungrouped data, we saw that when we got the decimal value in the term, what we have done, we have picked the two terms that are closer to 3.5. If you remember, I will show you question again. Here's the question. You can see that when I got 3.5, I picked third and the fourth value. I add both of them and divide by 2 and I get the median. This is ungrouped data. When there is a group data, we cannot do this. Okay, we cannot do this. We have to pick up the value. So median will be considered as 10th value. As you see that the 10th value, how we can consider the 10th value, why I'm not taking 10th, 11th value. So we will consider in group data or in frequency table, we will consider right now the 10th value will be over median. So what will be the 10th value? Now you can see that this is what we have right now. So let me remove this and clear this. Okay, so this frequency is 4. Okay, and this is 6. So 4 plus 6 will be 10. So the 10th value is 1. So this means that the median will be 1. We will not consider 11 because if I consider 11, it will move to the next class. Okay, for example, you can see that this is frequency 4. This means that 0 is repeating 4 times. Okay, the next frequency is 6. So this means that 1 is repeating 6 times. Okay, now you can see that 2 is repeating 3 times. So I'm considering 10.5 as 10th because it's giving us the value 1, the lower value. If I consider the 11th, it will give me the 2. So 1 will be considered as a median. So median will be 1 of this question. So I hope everything is clear in this, how I find mode, mean and median of this frequency table. Now we will see one more table which have a class interval. So you can see that in this question we have a class interval. Find the model of the class. Model is basically what mode is. Okay, we need to write the model of the class. So the frequency, the most repeated frequency, you can see that there is a 20. 20 is the highest frequency and the answer will be considered as this. That's why we call the model class. So the answer will be 20 and equal to 40. This will be our model class. Okay, we will do the same concept. What we have done in the mode is basically model is also same thing. Okay, now in this question we need to calculate the mean. For to calculate the mean, we required some points in this question. What is required in this question to find out the mean? As you see, the formula of mean is summation of fx divided by summation of f. Right now, if you see that in this, what we have class interval and we have frequency. I don't have x, so I need to find out x. So how we can find out x? We need one more column. I am writing here that is known as x value or middle value. You can say both. So now I'm try to explain you how we can find the value of x. We will find the value of by using this. How? Now listen to me. The range is 0 to 20. What you need to do? 0 plus 20 divided by 2. What it will be? 10. So this is the first value. Now the next is 20 to 40. So 20 plus 40 divided by 2 will become 60 divided by 2, 30. Now the third is 40 plus 60. So 40 plus 60 divided by 2. This is 60 divided by 2 will give me 100 divided by 50. Okay. So we need more columns. Okay, I have done very untidy work. So let me clear this one. So just copying here. So we have one more left, that is 60 to 80. Okay, 60 to 80. So what it will be, 60 plus 80 is 140. 140 divided by 2, 70. The last value will be 70. This is how I get the values of x using class interval. Now I will add one more column. So we have to add these two extra columns to find out the mean. Now I need fx. Fx mean I have to multiply f and x. So the first value is 5 and the value of x is 10. So it will become 50. Now 20 multiply by 30. Next value is 20 multiply by 30. So 600. Then 50 multiply by 10. 500. And then 70 multiply by 5. 350. Now we need summation. What summation? Summation of fx and summation of frequency. This is how where I will get the summation of frequency. 20 plus 5, 25, 35, 40. This is 40. Now this will be 50 plus 600 plus 500 plus 350, 1500. So I got both the values, fx, summation of fx, and the summation of frequency, that is 40. Now to find out mean, I need to divide these two values. So 0 will be cancelled out. What happened? 0 will be cancelled out. So 150 divided by 4 will give us 37.5. So this will be our final answer of mean. So we find the model class and the mean as well. Now I will show you how to find median. So the total, as I told you, the formula will be submit frequency plus 1 divided by 2 th. Total is 40. So again 40 plus 1 divided by 2 will give me, so this will give us 41 divided by 2 will give us 20.5. So again I will consider 20th value. Okay, so the 20th value will be my median. So right now we have, in the previous part you can see that we have a value of x, so that's why we write 1. At the 10th position we have 1, so I write 1. Now I got 20th. So at 20th position, because you can see that this frequency is 5 and this is 20, so total will become 25. So this means that the 20th value will be here. So I will write this. This will be my final answer. Okay. So this is what we have. So this will be our final answer of this question. So I hope everything is clear how we solved the group data question and ungroup data question. So the video is ended now. Inshallah, in next video we will do some more topics of statistics. Allah.